right, so what'd you guys think about my title? Pretty interesting, huh? So I came across this relatively recent sale. This was actually a Heritage Auctions Jefferson nickel that sold during the Florida Fun event back in January. So it is recent, just outside of about 2 months ago, and it's funny and probably fitting that I talk about this coin because it was right about 1985, 1986 is when my dad got me into coin collecting officially. It was that age where he had pushed some of his coins on me, and he said, "Hey, you know what? Check these out." Man, I'm like a 8-year-old kid. I don't know any better, but since I was 5, I used to collect a lot of change, and I would just have to have like looking and reading the dates, and my dad, figured he'd just kind of turn it up a notch and get me into coin collecting, and thankfully, here I am talking about this coin and talking to you guys about what makes it all happen. For a 1985 Philadelphia minted coin to sell for $3,120, there has to be an explanation, a story behind it, and it's real simple, or it can be. It could be the most difficult thing that we're trying to comprehend, because music, cars, and fashion are 3 of the top things that came out of the 80s that stick in our mind. 1980s coins, yeah, forgettable, totally forgettable. And that's what I thought. I really wanted older coins when I got into coin collecting, and 1980s coins just didn't have the sizzle, okay, to the steak, which is the hobby. Yeah, now I'm just being silly and don't know what I'm talking about, I guess. But this particular coin right here, graded at PCGS, mint state 67. Who would have thunk it that there have been no other 67s graded? This is actually a Pop 1. For those of you that don't know what it is, it means that there is one graded in a 67 with none higher. There's no 68s, no 69s, yada yada, this and that. 1980s coins, from what I can remember, not only were they uninteresting, but they were crappy looking. Especially the new ones. My dad will always bring, BU rolls of the newest nickels, that he would just score at the bank. Bring them home and say, "Hey, check these out. I got these for you." So he'd bring home like $10 worth, 5 rolls. I'd go through them. I'm like, same old, same old. Of course, by the time I was 8, 9, and 10 years old, I had already begun purchasing like BU specimens of Mercury dimes and stuff like that. So I was kind of spoiled to the classics. And then, unfortunately, the 1980s coins just kind of fell off the face of the earth. But if you guys were interested in looking at this one closer, okay, it is auction number 4440 from, again, Heritage Auctions Florida Fun event from January of this year, 2018. And just to recap, PCGS mint state 67, full steps in that you have at least 5 full complete steps on the reverse, right in that middle section under the main entrance to Monticello. So yeah, that's what a lot of collectors are opting for. And this coin even has a nice little toning. I don't know if it's an album coin at one point or what have you, but it's pretty, it's subtle, but it's there, and it kind of catches your eye if you turn it just so. But yeah, simply marvelous coin. 1980s coins have the habit of being kind of a softer, weaker strike than the 1990s and 2000s coins, which explains the lofty grade of only 1. And it's definitely high time that we at least are made aware of the 1980s nickels, dimes, quarters, because they're all the same. You know, no fanfare, but they are challenging to find in the higher grades, and you know, this is no exception here. But I wanted to share this one with you. Hope you guys have a great evening, and I'll check you guys back here shortly with more coin news and updates and stuff that you could salivate over. And you guys take care. All right, see ya.